世界で最もダウンロードされている無料の語学学習アプリデュオリンゴ。開発企業の本社はアメリカ・ペンシルベニア州ピッツバーグに。社員はおよそ500人、30カ国以上の出身者がいる国際色豊かな企業です。こちらは今どの地域でアプリが使われているかを示したマップ。ユーザー数は世界で5億人、日常的に使うユーザー数も7000万人となっています。そのデュオリンゴ、今日本でも急成長しています。ユーザーの一人を訪ねました。
どうもよろしくお願いします。
Cheers! Congratulations!
Cheers! Congratulations!
デュオリンゴはリーディング、ライティング、リスニング、スピーキングの練習を1セット5分程度で受講できます。スマホがあれば自宅など好きな場所で好きな時間に学ぶことができます。
ゲーム感覚で手軽にできるっていうところ。
最大の特徴は楽しさ。オリジナルのキャラクターが随所に登場。問題がクイズ形式で出題されたり、ストーリーを進めるとポイントがたまったり、まるでゲームをクリアしていくような感覚で英語を学ぶことができます。また AI にも力を入れていて、チャット GPT を手掛けるオープン AI とも提携し、会話や採点機能の強化につなげています。
相手が機械なので人がいないので、そこで自分が気兼ねなく聞いたり何度も話したりやり直すことができるっていうところが魅力だと思ってます。
楽しさと便利さが人気を呼び、日本のユーザーはこの3年でおよそ5倍に増えたといいます。成長が期待される日本市場に8月、そのトップルイス・フォン・アーン氏が来日。
Hello, こんにちは。
実は英会話アプリ企業の経営者だけではなく、ネットを使った大規模共同作業、いわゆるクラウドソーシングで先駆者的な存在として知られています。学生時代に立ち上げた企業は Google に売却するなど、 AI、機械学習などの分野で多くの人が憧れる人物です。そのルイス氏がテレビ東京の単独インタビューに応じました。
Well, Japan is one of the most important markets for Duolingo. One that we believe has a lot of potential because there's a lot of desire to learn English. Help get the word out that people should be using Duolingo to learn English.
急成長を遂げるデュオリンゴ、その戦略などをルイス氏に聞きます。まずはこちらから。グアテマラ出身で自身も英語を外国語として学んだというルイス氏。実はアプリのほとんどは無料で、高度な機能を使うために課金しているユーザーは全体のわずか 7% ほどです。なぜここまで無料にするのでしょうか。
I've always had a passion for education. I've always thought that education is the thing that can bring everybody up. And part is because I grew up in a poor country. I grew up in Guatemala. And there are a lot of people that talk about education as something that brings equality to different social classes. But I always saw it as the opposite, as something that brings inequality, because what happens with education is that people who have a lot of money can buy themselves a really good education in most countries, and therefore continue having a lot of money, whereas people who don't have very much money in poor countries never get a good education and therefore never make a lot of money. So what I wanted to do was something that would give equal access to education to everyone, which is why I started Duolingo, which is a way to learn languages for free.
Don't you feel any like a pressure from maybe your investors?
No, we don't feel a lot of pressure. It turns out, we do make a lot of money. We're a publicly traded company and we are profitable. It turns out that being free is also good for business, because what happens is that when you're free, a lot of people download you and they tell their friends. And so we have grown a lot. If you look at it, the 7% of the people that pay us of our active users, 7% pay us. If you look at who they are usually people who have more money. So wealthy people are paying for the whole operation. The people who don't pay us are usually people who have less money, or a lot of times in poor countries like in India or in Brazil. So what I like about that is that this business model is a form of wealth redistribution where the wealthy people are paying for the education of everyone, which I like very much.
Understand mistakes better with Explain My Answer, AI-powered explanations designed to level up your learning.
急速に進化する生成 AI。デュオリンゴでもアプリに組み込み、対話の精度向上などに役立てていますが、AI の翻訳精度も格段に向上しています。英語学習自体が不要になる未来も考えられますが。
Maybe people might be thinking like, no, we don't have to learn English anymore. We just use AI to translate everything. Is it kind of risky for you?
No, we don't think that's a risk. For a number of reasons. Number one, translation actually for most language pairs has been really good for the last 10 years. I mean, for example, between English and Spanish, it's essentially been perfect in the last 10 years. And people are still learning both English and Spanish. It hasn't changed. And I think the reason is because if most people who are learning a language are doing it for two reasons, at least most people who use Duolingo. One is as a hobby. And that's going to continue being a hobby. For example, people are still learning chess, even though computers are much better at playing chess than humans. Chess has been more popular than ever, so people do it as a hobby, and they'll continue doing it as a hobby. The other reason why people learn a language in Duolingo is because they need it for work or to move to that country, etc. And that's primarily learning English.
ルイス氏は AI が変える世界をこう予測します。
And we also don't know how the transition is going to be, even if at the end of the day, this is a good of our active users, 7% pay us. If you look at who they are usually people who have more money. So wealthy people